Hello everyone and welcome to another week of your flexibility and mobility class here at CrossFit MCI. So the last few weeks we have been looking at a few key areas that we find that people struggle with when it comes to movement in the gym, whether that be Olympic lifting or just in Metcons. A few weeks ago I focused on thoracic mobility and shoulder mobility. When it came to overhead work, a lot of people struggle with that. Last week, Lindsay focused on hip and ankle mobility for people who struggle to get into the bottom of that squat position. So this week, we're going to be focusing on that front rack mobility. I know people struggle getting their elbows nice and high when it comes to cleans and front squats. So we're going to work on that, and hopefully by the end of this session, and if you keep on doing these stretches, you will be able to get in that nice, tight front rack position when it comes to front squats and cleans and things like that. Now the main areas we're going to be focusing on today will be the lats. A lot of emphasis of this session will be on the lats. The lats are a big muscle that run from the bottom of the arm more or less all the way down the back. So if your lats are tight, then you're going to get a real limited range of motion when it comes to getting those elbows nice and high. Another key area we're going to be looking at is going to be the wrists. I know a lot of people get wrist pain whenever the barbell is on the knuckles, and even doing gymnastic movements like handstand push-ups, it's another area that people get a bit of pain with. So we're going to be running through a few wrist stretches to get the wrist warm up, and then we'll be focusing a lot of time on the lats. So equipment-wise, again, I'm going to try and keep equipment limited because I know people don't have much at home. You will need a couple of bits and pieces. Again, I will be using the foam roller. I'll be going through a couple little exercises and stretches with the foam roller. You can spend a bit longer on it, but I'm just going to go through it quickly, just a few key areas. Second bit of equipment, but which isn't necessary, will be a resistance band. If you have an elastic resistance band, that would be great. If not, we'll be able to substitute in a few things as well. And third bit of equipment will be the trusty old PVC pipe or a broomstick or something like that. And we'll need a bench or a chair. So pretty straightforward, and let's get started. So we're going to focus on the wrists before we get into the lats. So grab your spot, grab a mat, and let's get started. So just to begin with, we're going to start off with a few simple stretches. So we're just going to interlock our fingers and we're just going to start rotating those wrists around. We're just going to rotate them clockwise and anti-clockwise just to get a little bit of movement, a little bit of blood flow through the wrists. So we'll change direction. A few more seconds. And then we're just going to switch from side to side. Again, just getting a little bit of blood flow through the wrist before we put any pressure on them. Just shake the wrists on, a few little rotations. Next thing we're going to be working on is the prayer position. So we're going to go hands together, just underneath the chin height, and from here we're going to try and squeeze the palms together, try and keep them touching at all time, and we're just going to raise those elbows up as high as we can, putting pressure, not too much pressure to begin with, but a little bit of pressure on the wrists. We're just going to hold for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and just relax. Again, you can shake it off, roll the hands out. We're just going to run through this 2 more times. So again, we're going to go palms together in that prayer position, lifting the elbows up nice and high, putting a bit of pressure, a little bit more pressure through the wrists. And again, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to go through this 1 more time. If we can, we'll try and lift the elbows up a little bit higher. So again, hands together. Let's press against the hand, press against the palm, lift those elbows up nice and high, big squeeze, 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. Lovely guys. From here, we're going to go on to all fours. Just going to go fingers pointed away from the body to begin with. From here, we're just going to stack the shoulders over the wrists. And we're just going to rock back and forward, putting a little bit of pressure in the forearms. We're going to rock back and forward 10 times. So again, nothing too sinister to begin with. Just going to push the shoulders over the wrists till you feel that stretch. And then back again. Just nice and gently, 10 times. Shake it off. From here, we're going to go palm or fingers facing out away from the body, and we're just going to rock side to side here. Again, 10 times. Nothing too severe to begin with, just shoulders stacked over wrists, and we're just going to gently rock side to side 10 times. One more time. Good, and shake it off from there. This time, we're going to go fingers pointed towards the body. Just feel a big stretch up that forearm. And again, we're just, instead of pushing forward, we're just going to sit back onto the heels. Again, we're going to do this 10 times. So from shoulders stacked over the wrist, just sit back till you feel the strain. Time. Good. And you can shake that off. Next, we're going to go palms facing up to the sky. From here, we're just going to go fingers pointed together. So again, fingers pointed together. Try and keep those arms nice and straight. We're just going to rock side to side, again, 10 times. Feel a nice big stretch. Try and keep the palms, try and keep the hand flat on the floor. Nine, last one, 10. So you should feel a nice big stretch down there. And then we're going to go palms again up to the sky, with fingers pointed towards the body. And again, we're just going to sit back onto the heels and rock back and forward 10 times. Good. And just shake that off. So when stretching out our wrists, a lot of people do neglect the fingers as well. You do use your fingers when you're front squatting and even in that handstand push-up position. So we're going to go, again, shoulders stacked over the wrists, fingers pointed away from the body. And from here, instead of keeping the palms flat to the ground, we're going to lean forward and lift the palms up and just come onto the knuckles of the hand. Again, we're going to do that 10 times. So we're going to put palms down, rock back, up. That's 2. Lovely guys, we're just going to further that stretch on a little bit more. Instead of just coming up to the knuckles, we're going to push the fingers away, come up to the fingertips and back down again. Again, 10 times. So let's start off with the shoulders over the wrists, push over, up to the palms, up to the fingertips, and back down again. Last one. Lovely, and stretch it out again. Perfect. So, next movement we're going to do for the wrists, similar to what we started with. So we're going to go fingers, tips pointed away from the body, shoulders stacked over the wrists. And from here, what we're going to do is we're going to try and corkscrew the elbows, or try and turn the inside of the elbows up to the front of you. So again, 10 times. We're just going to start off here, and again try and corkscrew the elbows round so the elbows are facing in front. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 10. Lovely. From here we're going to go palms facing up, and we're just going to do the same. So we're going to, from here we're going to try and twist his elbows round. That might be a little bit trickier for people. Okay, now the last movement we're going to do for the wrists, we're just going to come onto the knuckles. Again, like we always do, shoulders over wrists. And from here, we're just going to lean forward, put some pressure on the knuckles, twist them to the front. And again, back down. Going to lean forward. There. Hopefully your wrist should be feeling a little bit warmer from here, nice and stretched. Okay, now we're moving on to the lats. Like I said, this is a big issue when you're in that clean and front squat position. If your lats are tight, you're going to have a limited range of motion to get those elbows nice and high without overarching that back. So we want to see elbows nice and high with that barbell on the top of that collarbone. So we'll grab our foam roller from here. Like I said, you can spend a little bit longer rolling out your lats if you wish. I'm just going to go through this for a couple of minutes on each side just to get a few key areas. So get your foam roller in hand. So we're just going to start off just underneath that armpit. You find a comfortable position on the floor, as comfortable as you can get with a foam roller under your arm. And we're just going to start underneath the armpit. We're going to go palms facing up, and we're just going to roll back and forward very slightly on that armpit. You're going to roll here to between sort of 12 to 15 times. And then we're just going to move down a little bit, just putting pressure on the lats. If you do find an area that is super tight, if you put your weight on it, I just want you to sit in that position. And again, if you do find that little sore spot, I just want you to go through a different range of motion. So put pressure on that area, and we just drop the hands, keeping the palms facing up. We're just going to go through a range of motion on that tight spot for 10 to 20 seconds. If the spot feels okay, we're just going to roll back and forward. Again, 12 to 15 times. And then again, we're going to move down. Roll back and forward. If you find a tight spot, we're going to sit on it again. And just go through a range of motion. Pushing the arm away from the body. Trying to open up the lats. So you can just work further down and down, finding any little tight spots you can and working through them. Again, you can twist the chest up to the sky a little bit more, just to get inside the back of your lat. And again, coming through a different range of motion, finding a tight spot and just going through. Again guys, feel free to spend a few more minutes on this if you wish, but we'll just switch to the other side. Again, starting just underneath the armpit. Oh, this way. Again, just starting underneath the armpit. I'm going to rock back and forward between 12 to 15 times. I'm going to keep on moving down the lats until you feel them loosen up a little bit. Again, once you hit that tight spot, we're going to sit on it for a few seconds, and then stand in that same spot. We're just going to go through range of motion, try and work that bit of tightness out. And again, moving down. Rolling back and forward, nice and gently, little small bits at a time. And again, you can roll on your back a little bit more just to get the whole lat. So you can work on that. If you want to pause the video, you can work on that for a few more minutes if you desire. But we shall move on. Next, we're going to need that resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, do not worry. I'll be able to substitute it for for a very similar stretch. So we're going to try and find a bit of an elevated position. If you don't have a rig or anything like that, you could use the handle, even the handle of a window, or just something that you can tie the band to at a bit of a higher position. With that, just get a bit more of a stretch in that lat. So we're just going to wrap our hand around the band, taking a full grasp on the band, and we're going to go palms facing up, so with that external rotated position. Again, we're going to get a little bit of tightness and resistance on the band, and we're just going to sit in to a squat, letting the band stretch that muscle out. If you don't have a band, guys, you can just use a door frame. From here, we're just going to go hand on the door frame, sitting back into the squat again, and we're just going to let, pushing away from the door frame and the rig, we're just going to let everything relax and feel that big stretch down the lat. Just going to keep on holding that. So from here, we're going to twist to the right hand side, looking through the armpit, opening up that chest a little bit. Again, trying to sit back if we can, feeling that stretch. Going to hold for another 10 seconds. Here we're going to change position, so instead of looking over our right arm, we're going to twist our chest to the left hand side. Again, opening up that chest, looking up to the sky. And if we can, just try and sit back into that stretch a little bit more. And hold for another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We can relax. We're going to keep that band in the hand, in the same hand for the time being. And again, we're going to come back, finding a nice big pull. And from here, we're going to retract the scapula. So we're going to squeeze the lat, pull the scapula back for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and release. Feel that nice stretch. And again, we're going to rock through this 2 more times. So coming into that squat position, retract the scapula back, squeeze the lats. 3, 2, 1, and release. You can shake it off, you can stand if you want. And 1 more time, sitting into the bottom of that squat, pulling the scapula back, squeezing the lats. 5, 3, 2, 1, and release. Lovely, guys. From here, we're going to swap arms. Again, if you don't have a band, I'm just going to swap sides on the door frame. I'm just going to push back, see you feel that nice big stretch down the lat, keeping that back nice and straight. If we do have a band, let's use the band. So again, sitting back into the squat, keeping the lats nice and loose, try not to squeeze them at the minute, just let that resistance pull the lats and stretch them out. A few more seconds here. Okay, from here, we're going to twist, look underneath that armpit. Again, trying to look up and past. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Coming back into that stretch. Now we're going to open up that chest up to the sky. Again, twisting the chest up, shoulders round. Feeling that big stretch down the lat. Another few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax a little bit. So again, we're going to try and sit back into that stretch, and we're going to retract the scapula, squeeze the scapula, squeeze the lat again. So in the bottom of the squat, big squeeze in 3, 2, 1, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and release. Again, I'm going to run through this 2 more times. In the squat, 3, 2, 1, big squeeze. 5, 3, 2, 1, and release. And 1 last time, coming into the squat. 3, 2, 1. Pull the scapula back, squeeze the lats. 3, 2, 1, and release there. Lovely job. You should feel a nice big stretch down the lat when you're doing that. Okay, so next stretch, again, we're going to need that resistance band. We're going to come to a lower position. Again, I'm just going to use the bottom of the rig. If you don't have a rig or anything like that, you can always tie it to the bottom leg of the sofa, or even maybe try and get it underneath the door frame or something like that. Again, if you don't have a resistance band, I'll show you an exercise in a wee second. So we're going to start in a kneeling position. We're going to get that resistance band nice and low, and we're just going to pull the arm over. We're going to let the elbow point up towards the sky, and we're just going to lunge into that position, keeping the bicep nice and close to the ear, and try not to overarch that back. Try and pull the rib cage down, lunging into that. You should feel a big stretch all the way down. If you don't have a resistance band, the door frame will do again, guys. Let's just put the elbow against that door frame. From here, we're just going to push the chest through. Again, try not to overarch the back, try and tuck the rib cage down. And again, you should feel a big stretch down your lat. I'm going to hold for a few more seconds here. 10. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So we'll swap sides. Again, we can't get the elbow pointed up towards the sky. We're just going to lunge forward. Trying to keep that rib cage and that core engaged. Try not to overarch too much here. Again, you feel a stretch in that tricep and that. Again, hold for another 10 seconds. If you want to further the stretch, lean forward a little bit more. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Like I said, you can hold all these stretches for a little bit longer if you wish. You can do a couple of sets each side, holding for 30 seconds, or a minute each side, depending how much time you have. So we're going to progress on from there. You shouldn't need the bands anymore. So next stretch is going to be another lat stretch. We're just going to use a door frame, or I'll be using the rig again for this. So this is a nice big stretch for the lats. What I want you to do, on the door frame, we're going to go right arm. Try and get that arm nice and high. Just the higher your hand is in the door frame, the more of a stretch you're going to get. You'll find a lot of tension the higher you go. So, with your hand around the door frame, I want you to use the same leg as the arm you're using. We're going to drop it behind the left leg, and from here we're going to push the hips away from the body. So we're going to drop the body to the side, and we're going to try and look through and past that armpit. Again, feeling a big stretch down the lat. And we're going to hold for 30 seconds in total. Okay, guys, another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. And then we'll swap sides. So, arm nice and high. What we're going to do, same leg, same arm. We're going to drop the leg behind the body. And again, pushing the hips away from you. And looking through the armpit. to the front. We're going to hold 30 seconds. Okay, if you can, squeeze the hip a little bit more. Big breath in. And on that exhale, let's try and drop a little bit more. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Should be feeling nice and loose in those lats. So, next bit of equipment we're going to need, PVC pipe or a broomstick, and we're going to grab your table, your chair, bench, whatever you have. So we did a very similar movement a couple of weeks ago whenever I was doing the shoulder and thoracic spine mobility. What we're going to do here is we're going to grab the stick just over shoulder width apart. We're going to squeeze those elbows together. Again, we're going to set them on the bench. From here, we're going to try and keep the back slightly rounded. Again, trying to tuck the tailbone in instead of arching. And from here, we're just going to try and sit back onto the heels, pushing the head through. You should feel a big stretch in the lats. We're going to hold for a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We'll just run through this another 2 more times, so 3 in total. Again, shake it off. I'm going to start again. Hands just over shoulder width apart, elbows together. Try and tuck that tailbone around, drop the head. We're going to hold for 15 seconds. And relax. And if you need to, roll the shoulders out. You will feel a bit of a strain on the shoulders. We'll do it one more time. And sitting back onto the heels. Three, 2, 1. Let's come out of that. Nice and easy. Good. Lovely. Okay. We'll still need the PVC pipe for the next movement. And we're going to need the bench or the chair again. So, what we're going to do from here, we're going to have a nice wide grip on the bar or on the pipe. Again, just over shoulder width height. What we're going to do, we're just going to place the top of our shoulders on the bench. Again, shoulder width apart. We're going to squeeze the hips, push them up to the sky, having a nice straight line around the body. And from here, we're just going to drop the arms and the shoulders over the head and try and get that towards the floor. Again, actively pressing away from the body. You should feel a big stretch coming down the lats. We're going to hold for a couple seconds. And we're going to go back up. Again, remember to squeeze the bum, squeeze the hips. I'm going to drop it down for 5 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and bring it up. We're going to do this 5 times in total. Down again for 5, 3, 2, 1, and up. Again guys, try and actively press away from us, and down. 3, 2, 1, and up. And one last time, back down, 5 seconds. 2, 1, and up. Lovely guys, you can rest there for a few seconds. So we're just going to change the grip on this now, and we're going to externally rotate the shoulders. So we're going to go our palms facing up, supinate that grip. We're going to go exactly the same. So we're going to place the shoulders onto the bench. Again, pressing away from us. We're going to drop the shoulders, and the arms behind the head. We're going to hold for 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Again, 5 times in total. Go back down. 5, back up. And again. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2 more times. Down. Up. And one final time. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Lovely guys. Guys, if you want to further that stretch out a little bit, you can use a dumbbell or you can use a kettlebell, and you can go through the same range of motion, or if you want to, you can hold the weight there for a little bit longer. So if you do have a kettlebell, just for an extra bit of a stretch, you can get the shoulders on the bench and go through exactly the same. You can either hold it there for a few seconds, you can hold there for a little bit longer, just to get a bit more of a stretch going, and up again. But it's entirely up to you. Cool. So, next movement we're going to do, just with a PVC pipe, we're just going to do a little bit of external rotation on the shoulders, because whenever you clean and front squat, your shoulders do come into that externally rotated position. So you've probably seen this quite a few times before we snatch or anything like that. What we're going to do, we're going to hold the pipe, twisting the hand up to the sky, and we're just going to run the PVC pipe down the forearm, and from here we're just going to twist the pipe up and get a nice big stretch on top of that shoulder. And we're going to hold for 20 seconds. Again, try not to overarch the back here. Try and tuck that rib cage down. Feel a nice big stretch in the shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Swap sides. So from here we go right hand side. 20 seconds here. And 10. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Guys, we'll go through that one more time each. Again, if you feel that that is a sore spot for you, by all means, spend a bit more time working on that as well. So again, let's go left hand side. Again, pulling it up, trying to get that big stretch. I'm going to hold for 20 seconds. 10. Three, two, one, and relax. One last time. 20 seconds hold. And 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax from there. Lovely crew. Okay, done with the broomsticks and the PVC pipes for now. From here, we're just going to come into a seated position. We're just going to go, we'll start on our left hand side. We're just going to go left elbow up to the sky. Again, stretching out that tricep, and we're just going to lean over to one side. Stretching out the lats. Rotate through the right and left hand side a few times each. Hold for 20 seconds in total. Five, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it off and we'll swap sides. Again, keeping the bicep nice and close to the ear. Just going to lean to one side. 20 seconds. And 5, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Again, we'll rock through this once more on each side. So go left hand side. Again, leaning to the right. 20 seconds. Five, 3, 2, 1, and relax. One last time. Lean to the side. Another 10. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Guys, we're going to go through one more stretch of the lats. So this is just going to be a child's pose. So what we're going to do, coming onto the mat, keeping the knees nice and wide, we're just going to crawl the hands forward. And again, trying to drop that chest, pushing the chest all the way down to the floor. Should be able to feel big stretch coming through the lats. Again, if you can, try and crawl the hands forward, pushing the chest to the floor. We're going to hold this for another 20 seconds. Another 10. We're going to take a big inhale in, and then that exhale, just going to try and drop the chest a little bit further. 3, 2, 1. Guys, from here, we're just going to stack. We're going to move the left hand over to the left. We're going to stack the right hand over the left. Again, pushing the chest to the floor. Just feel a big stretch down that right hand side. We're going to hold for 20 seconds. Again, we're going to take a big inhale. And then that exhale, try and drop that chest a little bit more.
5, 3, 2, 1.
From here we're going to move to the right hand side. So right hand out, left hand stacked over the right.
20 seconds. Let's take a big inhale. And on that exhale, let's try and drop that chest a little bit further. Go for another 5, 3, 2, 1.
And we'll just move back to center again for the last 20 seconds.
Again, let's try and push that chest a little bit further down. Crawl the hands forward, chest to the floor. Go for another 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1,
And come on out. Lovely job. Guys, that is it for today. Like I said, just a nice little warm up for the wrists before we do any front rack positioning. A couple of lat stretches just to get everything nice and loose. Again, just to help you with that front rack positioning. I hope you found it useful. Again, if there's anything you want to see over the next few weeks, drop us a message. I have got a few inquiries about more sort of mobility flow work, so I'll definitely get that in within the next few weeks. So yeah, hope everyone's staying safe. Miss seeing you guys in the gym, and we'll catch you soon.